And hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great. Already look at that, getting interrupted. You know what, bro? I'm gonna put this shit on Buzz. Another great episode of the Mind 110 podcast, coming to you on a beautiful Friday evening. The weather was nice today, at least for me, under the sun that I had to deal with today. And joining me again is, of course, the gentleman over here and the gentleman over here. We got Brandon's View underscore on Twitter and Instagram. And we have Mr. V. I always get stuck. It's Mr. underscore V 305.
Yes, sir.
Like the shampoo V 3. No, that's V05. My bad. Not 305.
That's okay. Brandon's View today with the Tua jersey.
Yes, I like it, sir. Let's go ahead and give a little showcase there if you want. There you go. Nice.
There we go.
So yeah, welcome back, everybody. Here we are again, the three of us, the three amigos, are having a threesome here. I don't know how you want to look at it. But we are back, and yes, Menage a trois. Yeah, and well, as everybody knows, sports isn't slow because there is no goddamn sports. But the NBA this week, some of the stuff we're going to talk about, the NBA this week came out and let us know that there will be a continuing of the season, short be it as it may, and a playoff. And now it is all going to be in Orlando, correct?
Yes.
And no fans, correct? From what I understand.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think I have. Let me see. Let me go to my notes.
If it is going to be very limited.
I think after the play-in round, they're going to allow only families to go in.
From what I have in my notes, after the playoff, all I saw was no fans, and at no point they said no fans. So they might change it, but even in the playoffs or regular season, they're not having fans. Yeah. I mean, anyway, what kind of fan? You're just gonna get people from Orlando that want to come see the games? I mean, the fuck, I'm not driving over there to see the Heat play. Fuck that shit. I'll watch that shit on TV. I'm just saying, like, it ain't gonna be a thing where people aren't gonna drive from San Antonio and shit or fucking Golden State to come.
I wonder if it's gonna be like how weird it's gonna be to watch it like on TV, bro. Like without any fans and no sound or anything.
I have yet to actually watch an event with no fans yet. I think, Alex, you were talking about watching the Korean Baseball League with no fans.
It's bro. I was watching a guy bat. He's not my cousin. But I was watching the game, and bro, like in the background, obviously, behind the catcher in the front row, you had SpongeBob in one of the seats. You had, bro. It's like
no. I think I got it. I got a picture.
It's super weird, and they simulate like fan noise.
The sound I heard. I also heard. I think something about robots. I think it was Japanese. A Japanese league was considering putting robots in the stands, and they themselves would have made the noise. Obviously coming from the road. Dude, that's insane. I heard also, who was it that was talking about the MMA, one of the last fights. They said that some people actually like it because they say they can hear all the kicks, they hear all the hits, all the grunts, they hear and the commentating. The guys hear the commentators, which I don't like actually. I think that. Hold on, let me see. Move over a little bit.
I can't see.
Oh, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
that's
you see.
Insane.
And those are dolls.
Insane.
Those are dolls, by the way.
God, that's insane.
It's funny. I think it's. I think it's hilarious.
That's awesome. You got to give them credit for at least being like
somewhat innovative.
Fuck it, innovative. I mean, it is what it is. But we're gonna play and we're gonna.
This is the other one. It's like paper cutoffs.
Back up. Oh my god, that's just ridiculous.
Hey, but it's better than nothing,
It is, bro. I mean,
no. Hey. So the MMA, they were saying, I don't like that the guys can hear the commentating. I don't like it. I think that can get into their heads. If one guy, Joe Rogan's talking about this guy's not doing what he needs to do, that guy's listening to that shit. That's gonna fuck with him.
Well, see
that.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one's gonna be in an island. So.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Fighters Island in Abu Dhabi. See about that.
I think that ain't Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Dude, have you guys seen just real quick, have you seen the thing on Netflix? That shit was incredible.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. We can do a whole show on that shit. My girl fucking freaked out. My mom just saw it too.
I loved it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, what island were we just talking? Oh, the Fighters Island. Yeah. I have yet to see any event, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing an event without fans, just to have the experience.
This last one was pretty good with Amanda Nunes. It was a pretty good one.
Yeah,
it was good. It was good.
I was gonna watch the fight, but we didn't end up with the curfew here. We were gonna drive to Boca, but with the curfew in Miami, we were like, fuck it. That's just
Right.
in Miami. I didn't want to deal with that shit. So NBA playoffs. So yeah, my notes starts July 31st. 8 teams each conference. The play 8 regular season games to finish to get the seeding determined, and then the playoffs will go on as normal. Now, one thing I found that they threw in was the 8 and 9 seed, which I don't know why they complicate themselves so much. If the 9 seed is within 4 games of the 8 seed, they get to play 1 game. Something to that effect. That's what that's why. They're 4 games apart. That's it. It's over, dude. Like, come on. Regular season, they wouldn't give them that opportunity. So why give it to them here? You already got the 8 seed. Just let's go. Let's move. I think it's dumb that they would do that. They add these things and they complicate themselves for nothing.
Yeah.
What do you guys take on the playoff scenario overall?
We'll let Tua go first.
I mean, I think it's a fair thing to do because, I mean, how many games do we have left in the season? Like, we had a good 25 games left.
I think so. Something like that.
So,
Yeah.
4 games, I mean, it's pretty reasonable, bro, to be able to compete for the 8 seed. So I actually think it's more enticing to fans to watch a playing game in basketball, like they added with baseball.
Okay, I'm okay with the playing game, but not a playing game between 2 teams that are 4 games apart. That's all I'm saying.
But you can't make it. You can't make it with the top 8 teams because in a regular season, the top 8 already make the playoffs and get a 7-game series. So it's not fair to them for any of those teams to play a playing game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Alex.
A couple things. So I like this format. I think this could be sustainable because let's say Zion didn't make the playoffs this year, the ratings would have been really low in the beginning. So I think the NBA is like, look, we want Zion in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's why they did this mainly. Because I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think the Pelicans are the 9th seed right now.
Yes.
They're not even.
It's going to be the top 8 teams that ended. The regular season ended, and then okay.
So can you imagine a first round, Zion versus LeBron, or Zion versus Giannis first round?
Who's number 1 and who would be number 1 in the West right now today?
The Lakers. The Lakers.
Okay.
And I think Milwaukee's number 1 in the East.
I've been a few
because
months.
can you imagine a first round, Zion versus LeBron or Zion versus Giannis? Those ratings are going to be all the way up the roof, Mm-hmm. So I think that's one of the main reasons Adam Silver's like, look, we've been out of sports for 4 months now, pretty much. We need ratings. We need ratings. So they got to bring, they have to.
Look,
well, they're going to get them alone just because of the fact that nothing's been on. People are going to watch. Even people that are not fans of basketball. Go ahead.
In the Western Conference, Portland is the number 9 seed, and actually Portland and New Orleans are tied for the 9th seed. They're both 1.5 games out of first, but they're within 3.5 games.
Look at that. Yeah,
both of them. That's why Portland and New Orleans made it. In the Eastern Conference, only Washington made it. Because they're a game. They're a half a game out from Brooklyn. No, Orlando. I'm sorry. They're actually at the threshold. Washington's actually back 4.5.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, but now, see, this is the thing I don't understand, though. For example, they already picked the teams, correct? So
yes.
And we have no play-in because basically, or they are.
There is a play-in.
There's a play-in scenario.
Who's the play-in scenario?
I'm not really sure what the setup is for that, but there is a play-in because I just saw the schedule today that they're gonna do a play-in from like August 15th to the end of 16th. It's gonna be a 2-day play-in.
I don't know why they complicate themselves so much. The top 8 teams who finished the season where we were at.
Yeah.
1 through 8 at that point with 25 games left, you already had an idea. I mean, more or less.
And keep in mind the East and West is out the window this year. There's no such thing as Eastern Conference playoffs, Western Conference.
Did they confirm that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for example. So based on the standings right now, if you merge East and West, the Miami Heat, if it stays as is, right, the Miami Heat will play the OKC Thunder in the first round of the playoffs. If it was today, so because the Miami Heat are 4th in the East and OKC is 5th in the West. Does that make sense?
I thought they were still doing the conferences because it said the top 8 teams from each conference.
Yes, it merges.
Okay, I didn't see that part. I didn't see that anywhere in the article that I read.
Yeah, it merges.
I don't like that either.
Yeah, it's strange. Can you imagine Lakers Clippers final? I mean, or whatever,
Yeah, that would be interesting though.
I have a
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah,
I thought.
I want to confirm it. I did read it. But I did hear that there were scenarios like Miami playing OKC in the first round. Like, how's that possible? So apparently they're merging both conferences together. There's going to be no Eastern Conference Final, Western Conference Final. It's going to be all in one bunch.
So let me ask you then, what's the point of the 8 games? Just to get guys warmed up?
Yeah, I guess so. And then
basically.
And then basically after that, it's like March Madness. It's everybody in a bracket, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's a series, though. It's a series.
To my knowledge, yes.
I understand playoffs will be as normal. 7-game series, 5-game, whatever the series is go.
Right.
Now, it's interesting because, like you said, you might get a Clippers-Lakers final, which would be kind of cool. Which would suck, too, because they're not going to be able to play it in their arena, which they would never have to leave L.A., which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, home court is out the window. So there's no advantage there for any team. So
I'd still like to keep the balance of the East and the West, like you have two teams. I don't want 2 Western Conference teams playing for the title. Even though they're not doing it that way, they're merging them, so it's basically one bracket. But we all know who's. Let's say it's weird.
And also, I did read that some players are not even comfortable going to Orlando. So, because I've seen like on First Take and a couple shows, like Matt Barnes was on last night, and he said that, and he's in the game. He knows people, so I pretty much go by his word. But and he said that he's spoken to several players. They don't want to go because they have to be away from their families. They're not at home. So can you imagine like a star player said, "Look, I don't want to play. I don't want to get the virus."
I feel like they should have. That's something that should have been addressed before they put out the the setup that they were going to have. Because
if you're a Heat fan and Jimmy Butler says, "No, I'm not playing. I don't want the virus," how are you going to react to that?
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. If they do have these playoffs, you want your team to. You obviously want them to win. Fuck it. But that's something that they should have addressed way before they made an announcement. Make sure, confirm. You have the 8 teams for the most part. You have the 8 teams. You know who's coming for the most part. To contact those teams, hey, are your guys going to play? If not, we'll have to figure something out because, damn, with all this shit that has happened, you're going to set this up and then tell later on, let's say they can't do it because let's say, like you said, they say guys don't want to go.
Yeah.
Remember, there might be another wave hitting me. We don't know if that might shut a bunch of shit down. These guys might not want to do it. What are they going to tell their fans then? I get it. Everybody has to be understanding. We're dealing with an unprecedented situation, but it still sucks because it's been 4 months without sports. And people get like, oh shit, the playoff. It's a scenario that's intriguing, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting basketball back. We're getting only specific teams. We're gonna see a scenario that we may never see ever again either. After this season, they may never do something like that again. The chance of seeing 2 Western Conference teams play for an NBA title, which is weird. But
and I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a couple upsets in the playoffs because it's so uncertain.
Of course, dude. Nobody's been playing and shit. Just that alone.
That'll be dope. That's something that I'm excited about, though.
July 31st. What are we in? What's today? We're in June, right? Yeah. Okay, so you have
June 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a month and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, so for guys to practice and teams to practice, shit like that. So I'm just saying because I don't want to. I expect. Are we going to see some sloppy fucking basketball at first here? Or?
And then when the season's over, the next season's going to be like December, January.
Right down the throats.
Christmas Day is opening. They're going to try to. They're pushing for Christmas Day.
Like it's going to compete with football.
If we even have any of that shit,
we're going to have football. Football ain't going to lose no money, pal.
No, I don't mean it because of anything. I'm saying something happening with another shutdown or some shit like that. That's all I'm saying. That's my only concern.
Football will play in dirt road if it came down to that.
Well, I'm just saying if we have another situation, another shutdown, maybe guys don't want to play because they don't want to go out either and get fucking sick. I'm just saying. You got to put that into every consideration of every situation we have now. That's fucking scenario, the COVID. People don't want to get fucking sick. People got families. They don't want to leave their family. They don't have to either. Some motherfuckers are chilling. Not like us that we got to. I got to go to work every day. I can't be fucking sitting back. Oh, I don't got to go nowhere and shit. I got my contract. I ain't got no contract, Nick. Ain't nobody signed me yet.
And I'm wondering, like, for when basketball resumes, like, are the referees going to wear masks? Like, are players going to sit down 6 feet apart on the bench? I don't know.
That's interesting, the mask thing, because the whistle, they're going to have a little hole where they can put the whistle in their mouth.
I don't know if they're going to have robots. I don't know.
It's going to be made with the whistle in it already.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can wear a mask. It's impossible.
No, they can't.
Dang.
They can't.
That'd be funny. Take it off.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things, man. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh,
as long as we get baseball and football back, but honestly, bro, they could cancel. I love basketball. And I love the Heat, but they can cancel basketball for all like that, bro.
Look, I used to love basketball. I was a big fan. I used to love the draft. I would watch the draft and all that shit and everything. And now I'm not as big on it as I used to be. I didn't go to one game when LeBron was here. I didn't see him play one time. Fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck about that guy. So yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I'm whatever, you know. But I mean, it's just about the sports. The fact that we haven't had anything, so just let's get something going. And it's an interesting scenario, so it's kind of exciting. About it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it seemed like what I read was pretty much set in what they were doing. I think it was Bleacher Report that I got it from. I'm not 100%. Maybe I should start writing my sources down. I don't know. I still don't understand. I don't like that scenario with the playoff the 4 games and all that stuff. I think it's complicated themselves. But speaking of NBA players, some stuff opening up. You had mentioned something. What was your?
The funny part today is that James Harden got his jersey retired at a local strip club for spending $1 million in one night.
Jesus,
wow, that is crazy.
Crazy. That's crazy.
My God.
And I expect nothing less from James Harden, by the way.
Now, did they say when he actually spent the money? Was it like now when it opened today, or
no. It was
before the COVID. All right.
Yeah, hold on. I'm actually looking up.
That's crazy.
Speaking of strip clubs, they are open again.
Well, I looked it up, man. The ones down here ain't opening yet. There's a little shitty hole in the wall here in Hialeah that's open, but I ain't going in there.
Nowhere near there.
No. So Harden's a strip club Hall of Famer. Okay, gotcha.
Harden is a strip club Hall of Famer. One strip club in Houston retired James Harden's jersey after spending large amounts of cash.
Oh my God.
Dude,
that's amazing, bro.
That's crazy. I can't, man. Like I could fathom spending $100,000 in a strip club. I could think of that. I could probably do that if I had the money. I'd have probably no problem spending $100,000 in a strip club if I can afford it. But $1 million, I don't care if I can afford it, bro. $1 million is still $1 million, bro. All right, I'm sorry, bro. You can spend half of that and still have the greatest night anyone's ever had.
He must have like picked up like a tab there from somebody or like the whole club or something.
That's gotta be a little. That's gotta be
a lot of.
He had a bunch of people.
A lot of bottles.
He probably told the people, "Listen, open it up. Let everybody." He probably wanted to do that shit. He probably, you know what? I'm gonna fucking break a record or some shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot. That's a lot
of
activity. I mean, how many fucking lap dances can you get? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many private fucking rooms can you go to in that? How many private rooms can you have?
How much bottles can you order and shit too? That's another thing.
They even have that many bottles in house to cover that much fucking money?
I mean, I think so.
I mean, I'm just saying, $1 million is fuck, bro. That's hey, look, you know what, bro? Power to you, brother. Fuck it. Yep. You can do it. You can do it. I mean, hey, NBA contracts are guaranteed, bro, so he's fine. He's good.
Sir.
He's got all his money, bro. He ain't got no problem.
Yep, pretty much.
Whew, that's, man, to think about. Them hoes, I wonder how much them hoes took home, though.
Oh, a lot.
I wonder how much that percentage of that million went to these bitches. Mm-hmm.
Probably most of them.
What was the name of the club? Experiment Rhino. Shout out to the cheetah.
What was it? Porkies?
Porkies. Wow. I went there when it was still called Porkies. Now it's called something else. I forget. It's still
They changed the name?
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
You know what's back? I heard the Pink Pussycat.
Yes.
Well, maybe not now. That Pink Pussycat a little sick right now, but the kitty gonna come back. I spent. Let me keep. Oh my girl's working out. I spent $1,300 one time in there. Fuck yeah. You know what? I don't give a fuck. It was well worth it, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was free money. Came up. So that money goes like this, bro. Fuck that shit. It's yeah, when you gotta work for it, you don't spend it like that.
Right.
Yeah. No, but I had fun.
I think it was bro, they're not disclosing the name, but I think it was Onyx. Because Onyx is
I think that's the famous one over there, right?
Onyx is the most famous strip club in Houston.
I still can't think of, man, $1 million. Damn, dude, $1 million, bro. Anyway, that's insane. Okay, so NBA playoffs, James Harden, strip club all-star. Now, speaking of an athlete who's having fun, I want to talk about an athlete who's getting shit. And Alex brought up an interesting topic. We were talking about the Drew Brees situation, and he brought up an interesting topic about if athletes should be obligated to be activists, and speak up, for causes and whatnot. And we had an interesting little conversation, and we're going to bring it to you guys now. Yeah, I don't feel that they should be obligated to be activists on anything. I mean, you play a sport, dude. You're not I don't know. And I give props to the guys who want to be. They're using their platform for something positive. Okay. I'm not gonna hate on the person who wants to stay back and not involved themselves. Look, two main guys, Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. Those guys have never stood up for anything, never spoken about anything. And they got a lot of shit for it. Tiger especially. Yeah. But I don't blame him for it. That's fine. He's not causing problems, and he's not. He doesn't want to involve himself in all the causes that are going out there. I mean, yeah, this guy got hit with a golf club by his wife because he's fucking a bunch of hoes on the road, and MJ too. MJ had a gambling issues, and he fucked a bunch of bitches too. But that doesn't mean they got to be activists and shit. So Alex, since you had originally brought up the topic, what's your take on Drew Brees and the active, guys and players themselves being activists?
No, Brees, maybe he could have worded it a little bit different, but in my estimation, it was a forced apology.
I agree.
It's tough because the NFL, as you know, is like, I would say, 90% black? Maybe more?
That's pretty,
So if Drew Brees would have said something like I said to you guys offline, like, look, I support, there is a lot of injustice. I support black players that kneel. However, I'm not kneeling because I have this belief. I would have said something maybe like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe that would have turned out different. But the problem is right now it's like one incident after another, and right now we're at a very sensitive time right now.
Yeah.
So any little thing, any little tweet, any little IG post, anything right now is magnified.
Yeah. Under a microscope.
Yeah. So with that being said, with the exception of like a LeBron James, LeBron James has always been active in social justice, which is fine. I appreciate that. He's a role model for many people, and that's what he chooses to do. Michael Jordan didn't go that route.
Nope.
He was more behind the scenes. He was more he gave you like a brief opinion, and that's it. But LeBron James goes all out.
Yeah.
A post, he donates, he goes to that's fine. I'm cool with that. Fine. But for I've heard some athletes say, "Oh, if you're silent, you're racist."
Yeah,
that I completely disagree with. If I'm an athlete, I get paid to do what? To win, to win a championship, be a good teammate, whatever. I'm not paid to be an activist. I'm not, however, if I would choose to do that, that's great.
That's great.
If I want to donate money to a cause to help better the situation, great. I'm not obligated to post something on Twitter, to post something on Facebook. If I'm silent, I'm not a racist. I choose not to. I don't because the problem, not the problem, but the thing is, like, for some people, they're not comfortable or they don't want to get in that lane. Because if you say one thing, it could turn into like you're this, you're that, and you're blackballed basically.
Yeah.
I thought and what Colin Kaepernick did. He had balls, obviously, for what he did, but look, what changed? Let's be real.
Nothing has changed.
Let's be real here. This happened 4 years ago when Colin Kaepernick kneeled, right? Give or take. He doesn't have a job right now.
Nope.
And I mean, in his eyes, he was trying to tell the world like, look, there needs to be a lot of change. I agree, but for me, I just feel that there's platforms to do that.
He actually might have been able to do more by staying in the league and not getting blackballed because he can continue to make money, continue to keep his name going and have the NFL and done it in a more constructive way.
Yeah.
And because at the end, you're right. Nothing has changed.
No, nothing has changed for how many years now? I mean, I can't even count. So at the end of the day, we can post IG, we can post, tweets every day. We could be outraged, but nothing has changed.
No, nothing.
LeBron James can say this, I can say this, you can say this, but we're not lawmakers. We can't change the law. We don't have impact like that. And I get it that people idolize athletes, but what can an athlete do?
Nothing. Look, the dude that's out there doing bullshit out in the street, he sees LeBron James. Oh, yeah, LeBron James, you cool, man. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to be cool, man. I'm not going to do nothing wrong. Then he's still going to go walk out the door and go rob somebody. I mean, it don't really matter. It's not really making any changes or still get hit by a cop. A cop's not going to change. Cop's not watching LeBron and say, oh, shit, I'm not going to kneel on this black guy's neck today because LeBron James is out there, active.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Like, statues are coming down. Confederate flag now when NASCAR's down they don't allow it anymore.
You know what? I think NASCAR buckled on that, and I don't mean it in I get it. I get what it means to some people, but I also know what it means to other people.
Yeah.
And the history that it really does have. And I think NASCAR buckled on that for a reason. For me, so quick. They buckled really quick.
I actually wanted to bring that up off the line, off camera, so if you need to edit it out. But before we finish tonight, stay on. Because I actually want to talk about that real quick to your take on that off camera though.
And
off the record. We're gonna be off the record, folks.
Off the record.
And
camera hidden anyway, right?
And I don't know if you're aware. I mean, everything now they're demanding it to be removed. So like now, Live PD is terminated.
Yeah, bro.
Cops
after 31 years.
So Live PD is terminated because they say it portrays the wrong side of how black people are treated. And now I don't know if you know this, but now I just read that a Texas college football player is mandating for not a fight song, for a Texas song to be removed because it incites racism.
What the
it's I have to read it, but it's not the fight song, but it's like a historical thing about the University of Texas football but way back when that it incites racism. And I mean, it's getting to a point, and also Gone with the Wind, the movie, they removed it from HBO Max. So it's getting.
They're gonna start playing Roots.
It's getting to a point where everything's gonna be asked to be removed. Like Starbucks, I don't know if you heard about Starbucks.
No.
They're not allowing.
What am I mentioning? Everybody knows this shit.
So Starbucks came out and they say that their employees cannot wear anything that says Black Lives Matter or anything similar to Black Lives Matter, okay? Because and then a lot of employees came out and they say, "Oh, you let us wear LGBTQ, but we can't wear Black Lives Matter. What's the difference?"
Who cares, bro? Just for the record, everything runs on Dunkin' anyways.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you, the little lemon cake from Starbucks is fire.
Yes, it is.
See, that's tough. That's tough because you're allowing one, but you're not going to allow the other. That can't be right. We went to a store. We were in Aventura Mall the other day. The same day I went to IHOP. We started getting crazy. I went on only one day, and there was a store, and some of the employees had BLM on their belts.
I got news.
Okay. I'm like, okay. Oh, bring it.
No. About the Texas song, right? So this is the article about the Texas thing.
What?
Texas Longhorns athletes are requesting the removal of the song "Eyes of Texas" as the school song changes to names of campus buildings in an effort to make more inclusive of the black community. So, moreover, the players are saying that they would participate in practice and activities, but will not participate in recruiting other players if they don't remove that song. So now it's getting crazy. Like it seems
much, man.
It's an overkill, man.
It's overkill, dude. Jesus Christ! Look, I get it, people. We're going through some shit, man, and it's being more explosive now. This has been going on for a while. This is nothing new. What happened with George Floyd is nothing new. It's been going on for a while.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Fortunately, this might have been the boiling point. This might have been the camel, the straw, and all that shit. But, dude, you can't just start going nuts and just start changing shit just to please a bunch of people. Because you know what? Once this settles down, those people aren't going to give a flying fuck about what statue got taken down or a fucking fight song or none of that shit, bro. And then they're going to be pissed when they're home and they don't have cops to watch and they don't have live PD to watch because of all their bullshit.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the NFL, don't be surprised if maybe 90% of the players are going to kneel during the anthem.
I don't care about that.
Don't be surprised.
Okay. Now, I'm glad you came back to that because when we talked about Breeze and all that, and I was going to mention with the Breeze thing that I hate that people apologize to. They retract when they shouldn't. I think he could have been clear because this is where I see the problem. This is where I see and I got to start talking a little lower. This is where I see the issue. People are confusing the anthem and the country with what's going on with the cops, and because these guys are kneeling during the anthem. Mm-hmm. My problem is that it feels like a slap in the face to the anthem and the flag and the country when you do it during that moment. I feel like there has to be another way to do this. There has to be a more constructive way to do it.
I think the same way too, yeah.
I feel like, why don't these guys go out with cops and ride along? Why don't they go hit the streets where this is all happening? They don't want to leave their little nice, comfortable suburban neighborhoods to go see this shit. They want to do it in the comfort of a football stadium when they're covered with their fans, security, and all that. They don't have no worries about getting shot. They're getting robbed going through these neighborhoods while these cops. Because look, cops don't have an easy job, bro. I get it. There's a lot of dick cops, but they don't have an easy job. So I'm just saying. And so
same thing when Kaepernick was in Miami. Remember for his post-game conference, he wore the Fidel Castro shirt. That man was loaded with security.
Fucking egging people. That's egging people on. Like, it's unnecessary.
Dude, like, you lost. Like, honestly, bro. Like, see this with the whole Kaepernick thing. Like, every time, like, he would talk about all this shit, he would always say, you know, don't. 2 wrongs or whatever bullshit like that, but then he goes and wears the Castro shirt. He wears the pigs with the collar. Like, dude, like, what are you doing? Now you're just trying to be funny with it. So people aren't taking you seriously. At least I wasn't.
No, I mean, but Breeze. Okay, just the thing with the anthem thing and him apologizing. And I'm gonna go back to him because I do want to ask one thing to you. I want to ask you guys something regarding the shirt and cap and the Dolphins. I'll get back to that in a second. If the confusion wasn't so much about the anthem and the kneeling at the time that they do it, his comments wouldn't have been bad or wouldn't have made nobody upset because he didn't really say anything wrong. He said, I don't respect people who disrespect the flag and the country. And I agree that I think kneeling during an anthem, I understand what you mean by it, but when you do it, it just gives off a different, taste. That's why people complain about it. Yeah. And I get it. Now, Kaepernick, real quick. Hold on, Kaepernick. Do you think if you wouldn't have worn that shirt here, would he have been signed by the Dolphins?
No.
Eventually?
No.
You don't think that? I heard a lot of people say that was the one thing that because they didn't want the controversy.
He's gonna sign. Someone's gonna sign him this year probably.
I mean, to me, man, it's just, bro. Like all his credibility went out the door when he wore that shirt, bro. That's just my opinion. Like, what do you do? Like, you're slapping people in the face, and you know what you're doing because you're wearing that shirt in a place that's mainly ran by Cubans. Dude, so
it's not like you wore it in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? You wore it in Miami.
The wrong place.
A shirt of like the most known dictator that anybody knows. Like, what the fuck is it that you're doing?
Like Ozzy talked about Castro being a smart man, whatever he said.
He provided free education.
Me personally, if somebody kneels for the flag, I don't care. I really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tell both of you guys that I just don't give a flying fuck about that.
Let me ask you: do you guys stand up in the stadium during the anthem?
Of course.
I've seen fans. I've seen fans kneel in the stadium.
They sit down.
I've seen fans sitting down. Yes, I saw a few.
It kind of bothers me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say any names. But there's a guy that sits next to me on like a section down, and he was actually. I actually asked him like, "Yo, bro, like, what's up? What are you doing?" He was, nah, bro, fuck this country, blah blah blah. And the next year, he was on a boat with me celebrating the 4th of July and shit. And I asked him like, "What are you doing here, buddy? Like the country."
Whatever, fuck this country, bro.
What you doing?
Yeah, I've seen many people kneel or sit down.
Yeah, I've seen the people sitting. I saw people sitting last year. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
It's tough, man. I don't care if you kneel or not. And then honestly, man, like, I get what you're kneeling for. It's where you're doing it, and
I'm with you. That's my whole thing.
And then their response is, oh well, if you think it's about the flag, then you don't get it. Well, you're doing it at a time where it is about the flag.
So exactly.
Never. And listen, and any of our listeners, feel free to chime in on it in the comments. But you're never gonna convince me. Nobody is gonna convince me that it's not about the flag. It's not. I mean, you're not going to.
Well, like I said, if you want to let him know what you think about his comments, you can hit us up at the Mind 17 Podcast, Instagram and Twitter, mind17podcast@gmail.com, and the Mind 17 Podcast YouTube channel. Check it out. There you'll find his comments, and you can snap back at him. But I don't disagree. I don't disagree because, like I said, it's the time that they do it that makes that's what pisses people off. You could tell some people 100 times that it's not about that, and they're still going to say no, it is because you're doing.
I mean, that's what I believe. You're not doing it if you're not about the flag. Then, I mean, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Do it during the coin toss. Why doesn't everybody kneel during the coin toss, real quick? All the players, real quick. Everybody's done the anthem. Everybody does the captains went up to the middle, and everybody that wants to do it can go ahead and kneel right there before the coin toss goes in the air. Boom. Take a fucking minute of solidarity. 30 seconds. Boom. Yep. Everybody get up. Boom. Done. That's it.
This would have been a good segment to have Justin's sister on too.
Well, that's what next week. By the way, I don't want to tease it because sometimes these things don't play out the way we want them to. But I might have a person of interest, not a person of interest, a person with the education and the background to touch on this topic that's going on around the country right now. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to bring her on, and we'll get a chance to get some good shit out of her regarding this stuff. Yeah, because my opinion of this whole thing is kind of crazy. Like, and Brandon and me decided to not touch it last time, or we're not going to touch it now. I don't want to get too serious on it, but because this is really, I just wanted to, like I said, we're talking about the Breeze thing and the athletes and stuff. So I don't want to make it about Floyd and all that shit that's going on now. Even though there are athletes going out there. Russell Wilson ain't going out there, boy. He's too light skinned for that shit. But Russell Westbrook was out there. All these other guys are out there. You know what though? Hey man, I may come off wrong like a dick, but I think a lot of these guys are just out to just show their face and say, "Oh, I was out there and shit," and they don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, the one guy that seemed very like Steven Jackson.
Oh, because he looks like the guy.
No, because he was one of his best friends.
Yeah, they were friends.
That's crazy that he knew the guy.
So that's different, you know. He went there, he spoke, and everything. Like he was.
Everybody else, to me, is all full of shit, bro. It's all full. Everybody's full of shit. The people in the communities, the people out there every fucking day fighting with cops, those are the people that I respect more than these guys that are athletes that are, you know, hey, I'm out here now. They probably, I wouldn't even doubt if most of these guys have their security like undercover, dressed like all these guys just hovering around them. That's just to make sure in case something pops off on them, they can get them and get the fuck out. Yeah, these guys ain't out there for real, like, oh, let's go out there and pray. You know, they're out there to put their face out there, and then, you know, they're in the cut and they're back in their mansions.
It's a photo op, bro.
And look, to be honest, man, this is my personal opinion, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't think this is gonna change anything, bro. I think there's, I mean, you got the looting part, and which is stupid. Like, what do these businesses do to you?
At least that settled down. Right?
And then,
I haven't heard any more.
You know, some lady on Facebook was telling me, "Oh, this is the way that they're gonna listen to us," and I'm like, "Well, it's not the right way. So how do you expect me to respect you?"
And they're not gonna listen.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. You want to, bro? Listen, and I don't condemn anything, you know, violence and all that. But you want to do something, bro? You have a problem with the police? Go smack the shit out of one of them. Then say that you were out there. Show me.
Yeah, the looting thing. We said the looting thing. They're out there just to do what they're doing, getting the stuff and.
Oh yeah, bro. They know.
Not to get political or anything, but there's been states already that are trying to like defund the police completely. They don't want cops. Which I don't agree with it. Now let me again. That's difficult. There's a lot of good cops, but at the same time, yes, there's a lot of corrupt cops.
Oh yeah, of course.
And racist cops. Yes, there is.
That's the thing. I've heard some people mention that. I think it was Crystal actually.
I might even go as far as there might be more bad cops than good ones. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I agree.
You may not be wrong.
I agree.
Let me tell you something too. A lot of these, to me, backups don't start that way. I think a lot of the people they have to deal with, and a lot of the bullshit they deal with, especially nowadays, all these idiots that they want to get them on video, and they can't actually just hash somebody. Hey, can I have your ID? Without getting a fucking hassle and shit. Like these guys don't want to deal with that shit, bro. They get tired of that shit, dog. Their job is hard, man, and these idiots make it harder. Fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. Shit. I lost you. You lost me. I was gonna say about the defunding, and then you said something, and it totally took me off track. Fuck, that Crystal had said. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Boom, bang, love it. Even though it's obviously something that's probably not gonna happen, right? Especially not because it's probably something that's gonna be a little more expensive. Guys got to go to school, but cops, they should be a little more of a stringent, process to hire police officers. Maybe have a background in psychology or therapy of some kind. Be able to go out there, not just give some Yahoo who passed, an 8-week course or some shit in a fucking at the precinct, a gun and a badge, and go out there and send them out there to go control these people who don't want to be controlled right now. They're out there for blood, like they say, bro. And people who have a little bit more of a background, educationally speaking, maybe they got a year of fucking therapy, not criminal, just psychology or any kind of background in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even just do a short course, a crash course in, therapy or some sort of, something of that nature, an education in how to handle people, because you also have a lot of people with mental health problems out there, and you don't know how to deal with that either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Or if there's a call that comes out, like have a social worker go with a cop, or have someone that's licensed. Because bro, there's a lot of people with PTSD. There's a lot of people that have like domestic issues, and bro,
it's funny. And that's why they don't do it, and that's why we continue to have the problems that we're having. Because
the cops wear a lot of hats, man. For me, a cop, their job should be just to enforce police and help people out, not a social worker, a psychiatrist. That's not their job, man.
No, but you see a lot of these ones that don't have any kind of. They just go out. They want to be a cop. They take they go to the academy and they get their gun and they're gone. They don't have any kind of education whatsoever as far as dealing with people. And so they go out there and then, hey, I'm not saying that these guys aren't good cops. I'm sure that plenty of them are. I'm just saying that some of these that come in that way also, I think, don't have the background, so that when things happen, they don't know how to react to them, and then we have these issues like this.
Yeah. The defunding the police about not hiring the police that's never good. That's not going to work.
Crazy, man. That's insane.
Stupid. I literally just saw a lady at the protest. They caught her like on video. They posted on Instagram where she went to go loot a store, right? And she was like saying she had like a shirt that said like "fuck 12" on it or something like that. And the guy came out with a machete, and then she ran out of the store. It's like, call the cops! Call the cops!
Oh, the cops! Now you want the cops, bitch?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You can't defund the police, man. You
can't do that, man. You just can't.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I don't know what is ever gonna happen that's gonna make actual change. Like, okay, for example, this instance here, there was a lot of people there. Like, you know what, bro? All these idiots that were there taking video of them, any one of those guys could have ran and tackled the cop off the guy. I get it. You don't want to, that's.
Yeah. Bro, listen, it's gonna take something.
You guys talk for a minute. Give me a second. Sorry.
He hung up?
I think he's on hold. He was on mute.
Oh. Coming on.
Yeah, Junior came in, so I wanted to. I had to guys keep talking. You shouldn't hear me. What were we talking about? So it's there's a lot of shit going on, man. It's crazy. But the original point about athletes, and I think Barkley said it best. I'm not a role model. He's like, fuck this. No, bro. I mean, they're athletes, man. And guys, stop fucking apologizing for your comments, man. I hate that shit. I know we brought it up earlier, but I never really got to like really get into it. I wanted to, as we wind down, I wanted to get just because I think it's dumb. I think, dude, take the bag. Okay, fine. Not everybody's ever gonna like what you say. Not everybody's ever gonna agree with what you say. So what? But don't come just because you got some. I get it because he's white. He probably had to do it because if he was black, nobody would have made him fucking say it, retract his statement. He would have been fine. He could have just kept on trucking. But I mean, I say it like that because I made it sound kind of shitty. I think anyone other than a white person probably wouldn't have made.
Well, I think what's his name? I think Dak Prescott came out one time and said that he would never kneel for the flag. That it's not the right time to do it. And I didn't really hear any rebuttal from him.
I didn't even know he said that. So I thought I heard someone say it.
Yeah. And then also like the Hollywood actors too. Like I don't know if again, not to be political, but on CNN this guy Don Lemon was like Where's all the Hollywood actors?
Yeah, where's Oprah? Where's Oprah?
So Dave Chappelle responded, right? So this is what he goes. Don Lemon says, "Where are all the celebrities? Why aren't you guys talking? Does it matter about celebrity?" He says, "No, this is the streets talking for themselves. They don't need me right now. I kept my mouth shut, but don't think my silence is complicit." That's it. I mean, what do you want Dave Chappelle to do? To prosecute the cops? He can't do anything.
Exactly, bro. It's stupid.
Like I don't get it, man. Like what do you want the actors to do?
But I will say I will say this though. Where are those certain ones though that have their voice known in the past, and now all of a sudden, where are you? Oprah, for example. Where are you now?
That I agree. But
to say some of them.
But to say all of them,
no, not all of them. No. Look, Chappelle does his business on stage, and he talks his politics. He talks about what he's not happy with. He does it, but he does it on stage. Yeah. And he lets you know. And he's not in an interview because you know what? You have to pay to hear his views. Yeah. You know, so fuck it. He's not a stupid motherfucker. He's not gonna fuck. The streets are. I don't disagree with him in that sense too. The streets are fucking. And he's never been in the sense of being out there because like I said, he does it on stage. There's guys that are talking, but they do it in their own way. But like I said, where the fuck is Oprah? Ain't nobody seen no Oprah. Oprah ain't come out that mansion though. I don't know. It's very convenient for some people when things go on and when they can show their face or not. So I don't even know how we went. This shit went off. I love it. No, but it was good. It was good. We got some good stuff. Anything you guys want to add?
No. There was another. I think we have one more topic, right?
Do we?
I think so,
bro. Playoffs. I mean, we might have added. I think we said something. Brandon, didn't you say you wanted to say something? No, not about the off-camera stuff though. You mentioned something else.
Yeah, there was something.
Yeah, there was something. I think.
I don't know if it was the baseball thing.
Yes.
But I think
yes.
We brought that up though, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we were talking about it before we started recording, and I mentioned we can bring it up.
Let me go back to the tweet just because this is.
I saw a tweet about something about a contract about 2021. I think it was Jeff Passan or some bullshit.
Basically, okay, so Will Middlebrooks. I don't know if you guys remember him. He used to play for Boston. Okay.
Yes, damn right.
And I hate that guy because he actually just took a stab at the Marlins. So, and plus, to me, I hope Will Middlebrooks, in my opinion, you were a bum. So I don't really respect anything you say. So basically, the latest deal that the MLB made to the players was that owners want them to play 72 games and only pay them for 50, which is what the percentages add up. And if players don't want that, then they're going to be forced to play a 48-game season but get paid at a full prorated rate. Not really sure what else the players can do at this point as far as the contract situation.
Well, yeah, when I saw one, I think was it a player or was it a reporter who also tweeted out that it died the moment they hit send or some bullshit. I think it was you who retweeted that.
What do the players want? They want full salary? Is that where I'm getting at?
I mean, that's kind of
they don't play 162 games just on 100%.
I think they just want more games. I think is what it is.
Because what did the players just declined? What was the latest offer?
I just said, where it's 72 games.
Okay.
I forgot what the percentage was, but it did equal out to only 50 games.
Okay.
You know, I heard something. I think it was Carl Ravitch who said it, it was a second to last deal that MLB gave to them, basically saying that Mike Trout makes $210,000 a game. Okay, some shit like that. If the players agreed to one of the deals, he went down to like 71,000 a game.
That's a lot.
I mean, even then, those still, Jesus Christ, man.
You know, but I don't know the exact, language that they're talking about, but the players don't want to play a 50-game season only. Is what I'm hearing.
Right.
I'm seeing a lot of different scenarios. Somebody had put here about it's a bunch of gibberish. Somebody making a joke. Yeah, I don't have a lot of information. I just saw that tweet earlier and I had brought it up to you because I know you're a baseball guy. and
Tom Kohler, ex-pitcher for the Marlins, he basically saying, just implement a short season and move on. Basically, the MLB is offering a shorter season with full pro rate. The players don't want that. They want to get paid more for more games. It's really what they're trying to get.
It's going to be hard.
I mean,
tough at this point to do that.
What it is. It's but I hate when people get so.
I think it's also the not Mike Trouts. The ones that make a lot less.
That was my thinking.
That's the problem, because if you're the 50th guy on the roster, you're not making $70,000 a game. No, you're probably making $70,000 for the season. So imagine a pro rate of that is what I don't even know what that is. So that's where I think the problem is the not the Mike Trouts, Alex Bregmans of the world that are making whatever amount of money.
You see, Jim Bowden, he's saying that the players should say we'll agree to the 72-game season, which is what the MLB offered, but that we want full prorated for 72 games. I can tell you right now, MLB is not going to accept that.
No.
Okay. If I'm the MLB, and listen, as a fan, I'm with the players. I want the players to be good. I want them to get paid what they want, whatever. But at some point, bro, like, if I'm the MLB, I'm saying, yo, bro, either take this or there's going to be no season. Nobody's going to get paid.
Yeah. You're okay there, Victor? You're directing traffic?
Yeah, no, my dog knocked the door open, so I'm here like trying to get somebody to close the door. I don't want to get up. So I get passed by. I'm like, hey. So yeah.
Basically, what the players are saying is that what the players are saying is they don't believe that owners are losing a lot of money by not having fans. Because remember, the season's going to be without fans.
Right.
So what Will Middlebrooks was saying about the Marlins was, like, I'm not taking a stab at the Marlins, but, I don't see them taking money away from their players and they barely get, a bird in the stadium. Like, it's shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. Like, I don't think he didn't say it. He didn't say a bird, but it's like what I took from it. You know what I mean? Well, he's right. Just shut the fuck up. Like, you're not
a Marlins fan, so you're just funny.
I'm not a Marlins fan, but yeah, he could have said it differently, but he is kind of right.
I'm not saying he's not right. I'm not saying he's wrong, but
it's unfortunate. But
like, again, if I'm Derek Jeter, I'm kind of coming. If I'm Derek Jeter, I'm on Twitter. I'm replying like, bro, I don't even know who you are, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so why can't they just pay the guys for the games they're gonna play? That's simple.
But they're trying to do it for a pro rate because the MLB saying they're losing a lot of money for it. Because they're going to be with no fans.
Yeah, because the revenue.
No fans, no concession.
No. Okay, all right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the problem.
Sales, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I know they make a shit ton of money on TV, though. I mean, that I know for 100% fact. They make a shit ton of money on TV deals, so I can see why the players are trying to push for more money.
And the ratings are going to be off the charts when they play because everybody's going to be home watching.
Yeah. But, like, there says something supposedly that the players eventually are, like, preparing, like, going to their cities and all that because they do believe that at some point the MLB is kind of just not going to budge and they're going to just say, yo, bro, listen, the last deal, and since we're already getting later into the year, it's a 48-game season. Play it or not. That's it.
Take it or leave it. Yeah, play or not. Yeah.
I mean, could this be the first time that MLB, NBA, and NFL are on at the same time? I don't think that's ever happened, right?
It's gonna happen.
I don't think that's never.
I don't think so. No.
That'll be interesting.
MLB, baseball and basketball have happened. No, MLB football and basketball have happened at the same time.
I don't know about that.
Remember, you have October baseball and you have October baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm saying like regular season, like
regular, yeah, like the season's not ending and then one starting and
I don't think so.
They're running almost together.
Like for example, I think I went to a Dolphin game.
Well, yeah, remember the stadium when we had the Marlins? We still had the field during the Dolphin.
I went to a Dolphin game, and then I came back, and then that night the Cubs and the Indians were playing in the World Series, and I think the Heat had just started like their season. It was like the third game of the season or something like that.
Well, don't the basketball start in the training camp for basketball starts in October?
No, October basketball starts like last week of October. This regular season.
Right.
But baseball ends, I think, right before basketball starts.
Baseball usually ends like game 7 of the 2016 World Series was November 3rd on my birthday.
Right. Yeah, but basketball's gonna start like Christmas Day now.
Yeah.
Do you think everything's ever gonna get back to normal as far as the way the season started, the dates and all that?
No. That's gonna be.
They're gonna have to.
Well, I mean, like for example, look, if baseball cancels their season, if they do, then they can just start fresh next year on the regular start time. I'm sure that things will be in a better place. Football, from what it looks like, football might get started on time, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Basketball had their little hiccup. Basketball is probably going to be the one that's going to need maybe a couple seasons maybe to get back.
I think what each team, what they're doing, because look, now which is what I've been looking at, each league is implementing a 2-year deal, basically where, like, for example, for baseball, they're working on a 2-year season deal where it's like for 2 years, it's going to be shortened season, expanded playoffs. Remember basketball, LeBron's first or second year, we had the lockout. Remember, we had the lockout in LeBron. So, remember, we started the season on Christmas Day against the Mavericks. And it was just a short season. So, that's what they're probably going to do for basketball. You're probably going to play 60 games instead of 82 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And did you see, and speaking of baseball, I don't know if Brandon probably knows, but if Victor can hear me.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Baseball's going to implement, I don't know if you know this, an automatic strike zone in the minors. So no umpire. So it's gonna be a strike zone, like whatever it is. If it's a strike, it's gonna be automatic.
Damn.
Yeah. To get rid of the human element side of the striking balls and strikes.
Yes, I mean,
but what did they say? Why they're doing that?
No, they want to speed up the game.
Well, weren't they gonna go to?
Because I guess
the robot or
yeah. Yeah, the whatever the strike zone.
I don't like that.
Okay,
because they want to get rid of the human element and speed up the game because the knock on baseball is it's too long.
Yeah.
It loses a lot of interest for people.
I don't think
that's one of the things I love about it. Actually, I think sometimes it's a different pace than other sports, and it's just
I don't think that's gonna happen. There's no way you get rid of the human element when it comes to umpiring.
I would get rid of challenges. I can't stand challenges in baseball.
Really?
No, man, bro. It's a net, bro. Baseball to me is like America, like it's natural, man. It's just, bro. Sorry, it happens.
Yeah, but that's
I get what you're saying. I mean, they've been doing it like that for 100 years. Like, why now? Why change it now? Like, I get it.
I just think in sports in general, it's too much it's too many challenges.
Like, you know what? Baseball
is too many.
Baseball is a sport to me that has plays that instant replay are perfect for.
Right.
You know, the fucking the hand touching the base before the glove touches him, or the ball hitting the line. I mean, all kind like there's so many plays that. But I'm with you on the fact of it because I think it's cool that they do have it. I think it's interesting and use it the right way. But I also feel that it's not it's not traditional in the sense it's something they've been doing like that forever. Why did you? Yeah, not everything has to be implemented. Not everything has to be fixed.
Gotta make the right call.
Like to make every single call right. I mean
look.
How did they work the?
I don't want to wait 20 minutes for a call, man. You know, like
how did they work challenges? You get like one per game or something?
I don't know.
If you get one challenge. If you get it right, you get one more. If you get it wrong, you're out for the game.
Okay. So
but
you gotta pick, pick wisely on this.
Umpires in baseball is the worst thing in sports. You have to have the replay. And it's funny because I'm obviously a big Marlin fan. In 2003, you had the Moises Alou with the catch ball.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day if they had replay back then. Do you think that call gets overturned for fan interference? And I told them no. If you look at the replay from down the line, Moises Alou had to take his glove and put it into the stands. Whether it's that much, he had to go into the stands. Once that ball crosses that line, it's fair.
You're being biased, sir. You're being biased. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. There's a lot of calls in baseball history that would have been overturned. A lot.
Yeah.
That would have changed history. That would have changed history.
But that's the thing. You have you're getting. I like the human element sometimes. I think that's what makes it. I mean, the players have to.
Let me ask you. Can you can you challenge every call in baseball?
You can't challenge certain things. So you can challenge foul balls. No,
Can you challenge strikes?
I don't think you
balls
can challenge
strikes.
You can't challenge foul balls.
No.
You cannot challenge strikes. You can only challenge calls, plays at the plate, and plays on the bases.
Oh, okay.
And home runs, I don't think you can challenge either.
Home runs, it gets automatically challenged.
Oh, reviewed, you mean?
Yeah, they got
like the NFL, all scoring plays and turnovers are automatically reviewed. Okay, all right, I got you. I mean, I like it, but then I also think that
you have to have.
Yeah, but I think baseball is one of the more tradition sports that they stick to tradition.
That's why you only keep the human element for balls and strikes. That's the only thing that's traditional to me. Everything else.
Aren't they getting rid of the DH or the pitcher?
Look at these protests in Miami right now. Holy cow!
Dude, I'm watching.
They're on I-95.
Watching Hannah.
Holy.
What channel are you watching?
I'm on CNN, and right now I-95 is blocked by protesters.
Jesus Christ! Thank God I at the time that I left.
Or sorry, the new word now is demonstrators. My bad. Demonstrators.
I just said.
So no, I know we're about to wind down here, but definitely for next week, I want to talk about that this recently got announced. Governor DeSantis was here in UM's campus. Mm-hmm. He signed into law, so for the state of Florida, college players can get money.
Yeah.
For like jersey sales, social media appearances.
That's kind of, I don't know.
They can get paid. So DeSantis is like, look, if you want to, all these Florida recruits that keep leaving Florida to go to Alabama, California, whatever, this will be an incentive for them to stay. They get paid.
Write it down, sir. Right, the famous words of Van Wilder.
Imagine if Tua was getting paid at this time, or so how much money that would have been banking. Those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I have weird opinion on that, on the players getting paid and all that, bro.
Me too.
College basketball, just leaving it like this because we'll save the meat of the conversation for
I like this topic.
Just,
something
but
we can definitely talk to.
I do believe, quick comment, I do believe if you pay the players, it takes away from why college football is what it is.
Well, I'll leave mine. I'll leave it for next time.
My quick take on that before I end it, this is you're getting a free education. Doctors who have fucking what do you call that shit? Student loans of $100,000. They're not. They gotta go save lives and still pay that shit. Yep. You guys are getting a free education. So I'm saying, and then you end up, not all of them, but some of them go and make millions of dollars and nobody gives a fuck. So but we'll get into that. Before though we do go, we were talking about the baseball thing. And one other thing that I don't like they're doing, aren't they getting rid of the pitcher hitting in the National League?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I love that.
That's bullshit.
I love that. It never, honestly, that's the one thing that never makes sense. Why does one league have a DH but the other league doesn't?
I don't know. It's always the way it was, bro, and I've always liked it.
It's just stupid.
I like that it adds, like, for example, to the World Series. See, look, now that there's interleague play, you get pitchers that hit now. But the one thing I loved the most about one of the World Series before interleague play was that you had a pitcher who never doesn't hit, had to fucking hit when he went to the other park. And I thought that was fucking cool. It's like you mix it up. And then the other team got to add a player. See, I think that was also an advantage for the National League team because they got to add a guy to hit and do nothing else to just hit. Just stand in your lineup and hit. You don't have to add your pitcher to that. So, I mean, I don't know. I like it. Tradition. Like I said, it's about tradition to me. And they could have just kept it like that. I don't see
to me, the DH is not tradition at all. It's you're more competitive now with no DH.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, I like the way they used to have it. One league did it, one league did, and I always thought it was cool. Yeah. I like seeing pitchers hit sometimes. I like seeing pitchers hit home runs sometimes. I think it's cool. Some of them actually learn. Oh, come on, get that out of here, bro. Get that out of here. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Let's see
that. I'm butthurt because we got Mookie Betts is not there anymore. I'm butthurt.
Who's your manager now, by the way?
Me.
That sucks that they had to get rid of Alex Cora, bro.
I think it's bullshit.
This whole cheating scandal situation is bullshit.
I thought that was bullshit.
Why?
The players should have got suspended.
Oh yeah. Of course.
But again, it's the whole quid pro quo, as they say.
Yeah, I know.
One guy snitches and the players are have immunity. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
I don't even know how the players haven't even got suspended yet. That's the big thing.
These players should, like Bregman, like Altuve, Correa, Bregman, all those guys should got suspended this whole season.
Hey, Victor,
minimum.
Have you guys both like actually read and seen like what they actually did?
I saw some. I read some.
I'm gonna get something together for next week for a segment.
Okay, that's a good one. I actually got into it with I forgot who on this whole thing.
Yeah.
About me saying that it was to me not that big of a deal because stealing signs has been going on forever, but from second base, not from the guy who's on second.
Yeah, but no.
What's going on where they're getting technical.
This thing that I'm gonna put together,
earpieces and all that shit.
This thing that I'm gonna put together is gonna show they had everything going.
It's on another level. It's another level when you have CIA devices, bro.
Hey, you want me to tell you guys
what I'm saying?
you know when I really started doing research on this is when Buster Olney came out and tweeted saying that out of Game 5 or Game 6, Clayton Kershaw threw 61 curveballs and sliders. He didn't have a single swing and miss on any of those.
If I'm the Dodgers, I'm pissed.
That's interesting stuff. All right, hold it, because I like that. That's a good topic for next time. And I'm going to end it with saying that I still think you still have to hit the ball. I don't care if you still know what's coming. Like the whole Barry Bonds argument. He might have gotten big as fuck, but he was still a fucking 4-time MVP before his head got big. So, I'm just saying. So with that being said, people, you guys got a little teaser for next week or next time. I don't know if it's going to be next week. We'll try to fit it in. These guys, schedule-wise, we can get this going. We all have lives. We ain't big balling on the podcast life yet. So we still got to do our 9 to 5s. And so, like always, we thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for coming on. I hope you guys enjoyed our topics today. I hope you guys enjoyed doing the show today. I thought touched on it. We were smooth. We rolled. Me and him didn't go at each other. We're good, bro. All good, baby. Oh, hold on. Wait. Are you back? Are you back?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right. I don't know how much of that came out. All right. Well, you got the teasers for the next episode when these guys join me again. And as we do every time we go out, you know where to reach us. The My 1 Cent Podcast on Instagram. And My 1 Cent Podcast on Twitter. And that's number 1, always. The My 1 Cent Podcast at gmail.com. You can hit me up with any suggestions for the show, any topics you want to talk about, anything you guys want to tell us, you can tell us there. Also, the my1centpodcast.com. And I'm not going to keep teasing, but what the hell, merch coming soon, hopefully. Sooner than later. So thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the guys coming back on. And like I said, you got the teasers for a possible show next time with the guys. And possibly next week what we might have in store with a new guest and a new topic for the show. So again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like always,